Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to Man Cave Meals. This week we're going to take a chuck roast. We're going to make some pulled beef and make some awesome pulled beef sandwiches with it. So let's get started. We're going to start out with a 4-pound chuck roast. And my first goal here is to get a good coat of barbecue rub on here. So we just want to get it on both sides. Make sure that it's patted in nicely. After I have mine seasoned, I like to vacuum seal it. If you don't have a vacuum sealer, you just want to wrap this guy tightly in plastic. That way you can put it in the refrigerator and let it kind of dry brine overnight. Now that I'm ready to cook, I've just fired up my Lone Star to 250 and let it preheat to that. For the first stage of this cook, we're going to put this chuck roast on the smoker at 250, and we're going to let it go for 3.5 to 4 hours in the smoke. After about 4 hours, this chuck roast is taking on some beautiful color. So now we're ready to move on to the next phase of this cook. So the next phase of our cook is going to be the braise. I've got some onion here. I'm going to set my chuck roast right on top of the onion in this foil pan. I've got some smashed cloves of garlic, some green bell pepper, and then we're going to kind of finish that off with some poblano pepper. And then we're going to put our braising liquid in. I always like to braise beef in a mixture of Guinness beer and beef stock. So you want that level to come up at least halfway. And then I just want to cover my pan fairly tightly with aluminum foil. And then we're just going to put this guy back on the smoker and set it up there on the top rack with the foil in place. And then I want to raise the temperature on my smoker to somewhere between 300 and 325 degrees. After about 2.5 hours in the braising process, we want to take the foil off of that and add a little bit of a cornstarch slurry to that braising liquid. What this is going to do is going to help thicken that liquid up where it'll stick to the meat. And we're going to go here for about another 45 minutes to an hour with the foil back on top. And after a total of about 7 to 7.5 hours on the smoker, our chuck roast is ready. It's super tender. It's ready to fall apart. So we're going to pull this off and have a look. As you can see here, as I take my fork, this chuck roast is just ready and willing to completely fall apart and shred. So we're going to kind of shred this guy up and get it mixed in a little bit with this thick braising liquid and then make our sandwich. So I made some Texas toast, and we're going to take a couple of slices of that and load it up with our beef, our onions, our green peppers, and our poblanos. And then we're going to take that top piece and put it on there and then just give it a slice and cut it on the diagonal. And then you're going to get to enjoy an amazing sandwich.